Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shireen. In this video, we're going to be talking about 3 things you can do every day to heal yourself. We're going to jump straight into the video. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please hit that like button. Please subscribe, especially if you think that this video that you're going to be watching today is going to be helpful and useful. We need more people to see this video. So double tap that like, hit subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. The first thing I want to talk about is training your brain to see the good. There's something called positive bias and negative bias. Positive bias is when we train our brain to focus on the right things that we want, the things that we want to attract more in our lives, whereas negative bias is when we focus on the negative. So how can we apply this to training our brain every day? Every day we have a bunch of decisions. Literally, as soon as we open our eyes, we can decide whether it's going to be a good day or a bad day. Now, something to think about is just as you've gone to sleep and then you've woken up, when you're dreaming, if you've had like a bad day, you're not thinking about those bad negative things during your sleep. Usually you have that time period that is kind of broken up. But when you open your eyes, the first thing that we do, especially if we've had like a negative day, we have a choice whether we want to bring that negativity from yesterday into the new day. It isn't an easy thing to do, especially if you've had something that's been quite traumatic, for example, and you really have to try and refocus your brain onto something positive. More than likely, you will wake up with floods of negativity. In that moment, we have to try and kind of press reset and decide today's a new day. I'm going to bring new energy and new life into this day. For me, when I wake up in the morning, I wake up with gratitude. I can't believe, and I'm so grateful that my eyes get to open and experience the world again today. Just think, there's people in the world that haven't even been able to open their eyes this morning. There are people waking up to really horrible news that a loved one has just passed away, or they're waking up to just negative things that, in some instances, it can feel like you have no choice but to feel negative, but to feel sadness, loneliness. Waking up with a grateful heart, being glad for my fingers and my toes and I wiggle them. And something that I do is, as I've turned myself out of bed, each foot that graces the floor, I'm saying thank you. So I might start with my left foot on the floor, that's a thank, and my right foot will be a you. Thank you, I'm grateful for another day. Stretch, I'm grateful for another opportunity to do my best. Scientifically, we make our brains better or worse every single day just by these little choices and little decisions. Every time we make a small win decision, like, okay, you got out of bed, you made the bed, that's a small win for you. So you're training your brain in that instance, like, yes, brain, we're on the right path today. Whereas if you look at your bed and you can see that it's a mess and you've acknowledged, oh, I should tidy my bed, but you're choosing not to tidy your bed in that instance, that's training your brain to think of yourself quite lowly, because that's like a small task, and it starts with those tiny little tasks that we do for ourselves each day that's going to make us better. For me, I like to make tiny improvements every single day, just 10% every single day, and the outcome for me, as what that has resulted to in the now, is this morning already, it's like, what, let me check the time. This morning it's 8:47, so it's 10 to 9, and I've already tidied my room, which is a small win. I've brushed my teeth, which is a small win. For someone who's depressed, just getting up out of bed before 9 o'clock can be a task and a half. I've done my 10 minutes of yoga, 10 minutes of abs. I've gone on a run, so I did about 25 minutes to 30 minutes. And I'm here and I'm recording a video for you guys now as well. And the day hasn't even started. By the way, the sun is beaming. I can see aeroplanes flying in the sky. The birds are singing. Wow, what an amazing day. Today's going to be fantastic. And that's the energy that we want to bring forth into the day. As soon as I open my eyes, as soon as I'm out in the world, when I'm doing my little run, or for you, it might be a walk, anything you want to start with. Remember, it's just 10%. You haven't got to run straight away. If you're not used to running, just go out for a 10-minute walk and keep building your time up in increments. So as soon as I leave the house, I'm looking for good, positive things. I'm purposefully listening out for the sound of birds and their tweeting and their glorious sing for the morning, like they're happy about waking up as well. I'm looking out for the sun, if there's sun, or clouds, because we also need rain so that we can have beautiful plants. I'm looking out for the planes in the sky. I love to travel. I like the idea of traveling. I haven't traveled as much as I'd like to. So when I can see that there's planes in the sky and they're not falling down or they're not burning, I can hope and think to myself that, yeah, soon enough, I'm going to be on a plane. I'm going to take Keo on a plane. And this is a visualization that I've been focusing on in the mornings, where I'm actually visualizing my son playing in the sand on the beach with his ball. That's something that's bringing me like positive, great emotion. And I'm seeing his smile. Yeah, man, I think everyone needs something that they can focus on like that, because it's going to draw more good energy, more things to be grateful for, more things to be happy about into your life, into the now, so that when I am on the beach with Keo, with my son, I can be like, yeah, I visualized this, I manifested it, and now it's the real deal, it's the real thing. In us training our brain, we are disciplining our brain as well. So by forcing our brain to look for positive things each day, we're actually drawing more positive energy, drawing all the things that we want that's good into our lives. Whereas if we are focusing on negativity, which is negative bias, like if you start your day with the news, for example, which is most of the time quite negative, we're actually drawing more negative emotions into our lives, energy into our lives, things that we want to feel bad about, angry about, sad about, because that's the energy that the news tends to put out. So we really got to be cautious of what we're allowing to come into our orbit, into our world, because those things cling onto us and stick onto us, and we actually become a magnet for the same level of negativity or positivity. At night time, focus on what went well today. Before I close my eyes and end the day, what am I really glad about what went well today? And we're training our brain to look for good things, so that when we wake up in the morning, we are also training our brain to focus on good things. Say you've had an okay day, like the day hasn't been that great, so you might not be able to think of one big great thing that's happened in the day. Just focus on tiny little good things that have happened in the day, so that when you're closing your eyes the next day, you're thinking about positive things. It's more likely you're going to be thinking about positive things because you haven't closed your eyes, frustrated, upset with yourself about something that happened the day previous. At the end of the day, we're assessing how well the day went overall, what you really liked about the day, the kind of person you were during that day, and we want to push out that same good positive energy. So I took a lot longer on number one than I wanted to. Number two is sitting in your emotions, feeling your emotions, trying not to run away from them. You're feeling sad, angry, confused. You've got all these different emotions all inside of you all at once. The best thing to do, and it's really hard to do, is just be still. Allow your brain to do what it needs to do and compartmentalize all the little things that's going on in your brain all at once. This is great for people who procrastinate a lot as well. Like if you feel like you've got so many things in your brain that's happening all at once, being still is the best thing to do. Whatever it is that you're going through at that moment in time, your brain probably needs some time to process what's happening. Being compassionate is a must for you. It's really easy for us to actually beat ourselves up when we're going through a really difficult time, really challenging time. You kind of think back about your steps that you took and think, maybe I could have done this differently, maybe I could have done that differently. If you believe in divine timing, you know that the universe is putting you, whatever it is that you're going through right now, for a reason. You'll know and you'll have faith that the universe is acting in your best interest. And it's important for us to really delve into that faith. It's hard, but I'm healing. It's hard, but I'm pushing myself to get through this. It's hard, but I have overcome worse situations. And allowing yourself to actually sit in those emotions and try not to find distraction techniques to get you away from feeling those emotions. It's the best thing for you to do, because it's understanding that diamonds are made through the process of hardening. This feeling that you're going through right now, this bundle of emotions that you're going through right now, is for a reason. And no one else knows what you have been through or what you have pushed yourself to overcome. And in that, you're allowing yourself to remember who you are. Don't forget how unique and special and amazing you are. You were supposed to be here in this very moment, right here, right now. And sometimes we want to skip the process to get to the end goal, which is joy, happiness, peace. You can only do that by going through this tsunami of feelings and emotions. Remember that this is your story, this is your journey, and I want to say that because my next tip for this is actually writing things down, journaling, getting all those emotions that's bundled up inside of you out. Know when to be around people and know when to be alone. Know when it's time to actually get out of the house and come out of that depressed state, and know when it's actually time to be on your own and allow healing through solace, allowing healing to come to you when you're on your own. Because I think sometimes you either get one or the other. You either get people that like to be out all the time, running away from themselves, running away from their emotions, finding things to distract themselves, going to all different events, being with everyone except themselves, when sometimes in that moment you need to just be on your own. So assessing the situation, have I been in the house for the last week and a half? If so, maybe it's time to go out and socialize. Have I been out every single day for the past 2 weeks? Okay, maybe I need some time to sit and be on my own for a little bit. So it's assessing how you are during those days, during those periods, and actually making sure that you're giving time to yourself, and also being aware when it's time to get out of the house and socialize. But a mix of two I think is important, because you're not just allowing yourself to be sad and isolating yourself from everyone else. Sometimes you need those feel-good emotions that you can only get from other people's good energy. So surrounding yourself with good people, surrounding yourself with people that are going to be able to vibe and bounce off you is really, really important. My final tip is release, letting go. And for me, this is the most difficult thing. This is probably like the biggest challenge for me. Releasing, knowing when to release people is the biggest thing for me. So letting things go, letting situations go, letting burdens of memories go. Letting go of memories is an important one, because sometimes we cling on to the memories of the person based on the person that we wanted them to be. So the potential of a situation, the potential of someone that we thought was going to be great in our lives. Sometimes we cling on to the memory of something, and it's not even the actual person that we're clinging on to, it's the memory of a potential of what something could be or what someone could be to us in our lives. But in this very moment, they're treating you like rubbish. So we have to be realistic, bring ourselves back to reality and say, okay, I've got all these things that I like about this person, or that I thought I was going to like about this person because they show me the potential of what they could be or what we could be together. But in this very moment, are they making the effort to show me that they're for me right here, right now? Are they showing me that they value me as a person in their life? If the answer is no, and good times that we've had with people, we've got to let that go as well, especially if this person isn't serving us and we're actually doing full circle and thinking about this person, constantly coming back to this person, and we're not letting our brain release this person. We have to do as much as we can to bring ourselves new thoughts, new energy, making new memories with new people. There's so many people on the planet. If that means deleting phone numbers, blocking people, muting people on social media, whatever it is that you need to do, protect your peace so that you can heal, it's a must for you to do in the here and now. Do whatever you need to do so that you can feel grounded again. I like to run, I like to do yoga, I like to meditate. And in this, I feel like I'm actually releasing a lot of this toxicity that's sitting with me. We can't have, what does Steve Harvey say? He has this example of having a car that he's got outside, a dusty old car outside on his drive. And it's there for ages. And he keeps telling his mum, I'm saving money for a new car. I'm saving money for a new car. And his mum's like, yeah, okay, well, you still got that old one out there. What are you going to do with that one? And while we need to make space for the new, he needed to clear out that old car to make space for the new car. We need to be able to clear out all that negativity that we've got bundled up inside of us from the previous person, from our previous job, from our previous friendship, and let it go so that when we are welcoming in the new, we can say, this is a new friendship. I'm not going to bring on the baggage from my last friendship. I'm actually going to allow this person to come in, and I'm going to trust them until they show me otherwise. I'm not going to bring that toxic energy from the previous situation, previous relationship, and bring it onto the new person, because that person doesn't deserve it first and foremost. And this is the work that we need to do to make sure that we're becoming the best version of ourselves for everyone else around us, so that we can clean the slate. Let's clean the slate. Let's wipe it clean and bring in new energy. And I think drawing in new people to us when we are healed is the best thing, because we're not matching negative energy. We're not matching someone who's unhealed. We're healing ourselves so that we can bring in people who are equally as yoked as us, equally as healed, ready for the right relationships, ready for the right things. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. If you like this video, please hit the like, please subscribe, please share with a friend, and I will see you in the next video. That's it from me. Bye for now.